Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing this really nice soft bronzy glowy sort of look. I just really thought that it would suit her, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. So first of all, I'm just filling in her eyebrows. She's got like amazing eyebrows as it is, so I just used the Anastasia brow powder duo in medium brown and just lightly filled them in, just kind of the more sparse areas and just to make them a little bit darker as well. Then just taking some P. Louise eye base. This one's in the shade number 3 just because she is very tanned. So I was like, I don't want to use anything too light. So basically just using it as the same as I would the other shades, just carving underneath the brows. I didn't want them to be too defined as I wanted this to be more of a soft look. But once we blend out the eyeshadow kind of up towards the eyebrow anyway, it tends to soften a little bit. And also using this as an eye base too and just patting it all over the lid and not setting it because you don't set the P. Louise bases. Okay, so to start off, I'm taking Makeup Geek's Cabin Fever and Anastasia's Real Girl eyeshadow mixed together and just popping this in the outer corner of her eye. I'm basically taking this just to really kind of deepen the outer corner. I didn't want it to be too dark, but these two colors are kind of mixed together, make a really nice like burnt orangey sort of shade. I then start to blend out the top, like outer, I guess, yeah, just blend out the top of it. I'm taking the shade Sidekick from Makeup Geek and also Morocco from Makeup Geek as well, mixed together again. And then just taking a clean blending brush and just blending that out as well. Basically, I just keep blending and blending and blending until I'm happy with like the blending sort of ness of the eye look. Yeah, I don't know, I can blend forever pretty much. I also keep adding these two shades until I kind of get the desired like depth that I would like. I then bring the two lighter shades that I used to blend out the top on the outer corner towards the inner corner of the eye, but not actually on the lid, just more through the crease. Okay, so next for the lid space, I take the shade Sunset, which is an Anastasia individual eyeshadow, and the shade Sinner from the Stacey Marie palette, and I mix the two together, and I kind of just pat this on the lid and blend it outwards. I kind of go pretty high up with these two shadows mixed together, just really blending it into the rest of the eyeshadow as I want it to be like a really soft, blended out, smoked out look, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, basically I keep packing that on until I'm happy with that, and then I take the two colors that I started off with in the beginning, so Cabin Fever and whatever the other one was, and I blend that. Pack that on in the outer corner to blend the sort of more shimmery shades into that, and then again using a clean brush blending it all together. Now for liner, I'm taking the Inglot 77 gel liner as usual. For this line, I kind of was a little bit messy, and it doesn't have to be a dead straight line because I did smoke out the lash line, so it doesn't really have to be like literally perfect line. I then go ahead and smoke out the outer corner as well using the normal shade that I do, by the black one by Anastasia Beverly Hills Noir. And I'm just packing this on the outer corner and then also smoking that out just with a blending brush. So the lashes that I have decided to use are the Ardell Faux Mink in the style 812. They are literally like the most amazing, like soft sort of fluffy lashes. I'm obsessed with those, and Sugar Lashes by Holy Grail Cosmetics at the moment. They're probably two of my favorites. So after I've stuck the lashes on, I do go over with the Inglot Kohl Pencil in 01, and this is to smoke out the lash line. So basically I just kind of smudge across and the liner kind of just blends outwards. Yeah, and I'm obsessed with smoking out the lash line at the moment. I think it looks so nice, and it just adds to like a really nice soft glam look. I think it just looks really good, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Okay, now cleaning up under the eyes. When I'm doing this with a more soft blown out look, I try to not get too much of a straight line in the outer corner just because I I want to make sure that it's like not too harsh, and I want it to be all blended together. So yeah, I kind of didn't do too much of wiping away, but yeah. Then I'm taking the Benefit matte rescue primer as usual, and just using this in her T-zone. I did still want this to be quite a glowy look, but I do always just tend to put that in the middle of the face just to keep it nice and matte. Then taking the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Peach Light, I'm basically using this all over, even over the areas that I used the Matte Rescue, because the Matte Rescue will basically just keep the skin nice and matte, whereas this one will just give it a nice glow underneath, which it won't be oily. Then for foundation, I took the shades Warm Beige, and I added a little bit of honey from Too Faced Born This Way, and I mixed them together because otherwise, as you can see, she is super tanned. So yeah, I mixed those two together and blended it out with the Dirty 30s Beauty Sponge. With concealer, I did use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, but I did add a tiny little bit of the foundation shade just to make it a little bit darker. So it would match her a little bit better. It wouldn't be too white underneath the eyes. So I did add a little bit of foundation to that and then blended that out with the smaller Dirty 30 sponge as well. Then just setting the under eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm so obsessed with this, and I'm so happy that it's back in Australia at Mecca. Yay. So just doing the laugh lines and a little bit on her chin as well. Then for like cream contour, as usual, Bobbi Brown foundation stick, Cool Almond. Amazing. Patting this in on both sides, and yeah, just giving her a little bit of a more of a bronzed glow. Then just setting her face with the Australis Fresh and Flawless. This one's in medium tan. It's a bit of a darker shade than I normally use because, again, she's super tanned. So yeah, just setting everything. Even though I do want this to be glowy, I still want it to last and stay on. So I did set it. Then just using the Hoola by Benefit to further contour her face. Again, patting this in, no swirling or swiping motions. And then MAC Give Me Sun. And then I also did use MAC Deep Darkest as well, just to further bronze her face. Because she is so dark, she kind of gets away with bronzing her face a lot more than like a person who has lighter skin like myself. So yeah, it definitely suited her a lot. Then just wiping away the under eye powder and adding a little bit of MAC Warm Soul blush. And then I go over the top with the Hot Mama by The Balm over the top because I just said over the top because it's such a nice glow to the face. For highlighter, as usual, MAC Oh Darling. And then I did add a little bit of the Inglot Sparkle Dust in 02, I'm pretty sure, just to add like a little bit more of a glow because we want to be extra, and she suited like this really nice glowy soft glam look as well. Okay, so for under eyes, I'm taking the two first shades that I started off with on the top of the eye, and I'm just using them underneath and blending them out. Then when I want to darken it up a little bit, I do take the Inglot Kohl Pencil in 01, and I just put this underneath her lash line and then blend that out with a black eyeshadow, and then also putting the Kohl Pencil in her waterline too, just to kind of give it a little bit more depth, and I feel like it made her eyes pop a lot more as well. You don't have to have like a really full glam look to be able to do that. I feel like you can kind of do in the waterline in anything. It just depends, I guess, on how well your eyes can kind of tolerate it almost. Then just adding a little bit of hoola to her nose, as I feel like this just looks nice because it kind of gives it back a little bit of color and a bit more shape to the nose, whereas it kind of looked a bit flat before. Inner corner highlight is MAC Vanilla Pigment as usual because I'm obsessed with it and I love it. Just popping that in the inner corner. Then just some mascara. This one, again, is just a Maybelline sort of one. I don't really need like mascaras for length. It's more for blackness. So yeah, I just get Maybelline ones that are extra dark. Then just adding a little bit of Fenty Body Lava to her skin. And oh my god, amazing. Looks so good. For lip liner is MAC Strip Down Lip Liner with Yash lipstick over the top. I did actually add just a clear gloss over the top as well, as I feel like it fit the look a lot better. Then for setting spray, after this, I do take the Kat Von D setting spray as per usual and spray this all over her face just to, I feel like it gives you a bit of a glow, and it also takes away all the sort of powderiness on the face and makes the makeup last longer. So here we have the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!